This last video is going to talk you through what happens when you upgrade a workbook that was created in a previous version of Tableau to the new data model. So this here is 2018.3. There's many joins between objects or tables at different levels of detail, and so we're seeing measure replication in this case, where our project cost is being replicated by donations, and we're using a level of detail expression to correct that by fixing the project cost to the project level. Okay, so let's see what happens when we open this in the object, the new data model. So let me go and double click on this workbook here, and what you'll see here is that if we bring out the project cost, we're still giving that 19 million, and then we still give exactly the same numbers for your level of detail expressions. So we actually don't change the semantics at all when you upgrade workbooks, because we assume that you have implemented some corrections to get your measures at the right level of detail, and so if we automatically try to override that, you may then no longer see the right numbers. So we just want to, our priority was ensuring consistency in the numbers that you see when you upgrade your workbooks. And so let's go and see what happens here when you go to the data source tab. So what you will see here is a single object. So rather than having that nice graph with all of those 5 objects, you have a single object, but when you double click it, you can see inside what are the joins that make up this specific object. And so this gives you now your legacy definition. At the moment, we haven't yet implemented the ability to modify this. That's coming in a later alpha. So the current build just has the ability to preview this. But another point to make on top of this is the new data model does not mean that we're getting rid of the old data model. That will continue to exist as a way to define joins between tables that you want to belong to a single object. So, for example, if in your data source you may have a bridge table that in itself is not interesting, but you need it to link 2 things to each other. So you might want to do that kind of join inside of an object. You'll also be able to write your own custom SQL queries inside of an object. And so all of the legacy semantics that you're familiar with will still be available.